Coming up on Torrance Today, members of the Torrance Police Honor Guard were at the state capitol this week to honor law enforcement officers who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Election Day is just about a month away. Are you registered to vote? And help support senior crafters and pick up that last-minute Mother's Day gift. All this and more coming up right now on Torrance Today. Welcome to Torrance Today. I'm Christine Lee. It's 4 p.m. on Wednesday, May 4th. We are halfway through the week. Thank you so much for joining us. Here is our first story. Members of the Torrance Police Honor Guard joined hundreds of other law enforcement officers this week in Sacramento for a somber gathering. The 44th annual California Peace Officers Memorial Ceremonies took place Sunday and Monday at the state capitol. This event has been on hold since the pandemic began for more than 2 years. But finally this week, officers throughout the state got to pay their respect to the 36 California officers who were killed in the line of duty between 2018 and 2021. Among those was Officer Toshio Hirai from the South Bay. The 34-year-old was a 12-year veteran with the Gardena Police Department. He was struck by a car while on his way to work on his department motorcycle on November 14, 2018. He passed away the following day and is survived by his wife and young son. The two-day program in Sacramento included a memorial procession for law enforcement vehicles, a walk of honor for department representatives and immediate family members of the officers being enrolled, and the enrollment ceremony, where the names of the newly enrolled officers were formally added to the memorial monument. A total of more than 1,600 names are on the memorial, reminding us of how many law enforcement officers lost their lives since California became a state. The Torrance Police Department is celebrating its 101st anniversary this month, and community members can do something simple and kind to help them celebrate. The Utopian Society Project is collecting thank you cards to share with the police officers for all they do to keep the community safe. The nonprofit's founder, Gabriella Fisher, hopes to collect 101 thank you cards from Torrance residents and employees to pass along to the police in time for their actual anniversary date, which is on May 23rd. If you would like to submit a note of gratitude, you can drop off or mail the messages to 3128 Pacific Coast Highway. Well, Election Day is just over a month away on June 7th. The final candidate forums are taking place this week and will be available for people to view on Torrance Community Television, or TCTV, beginning May 11th. The League of Women Voters of Torrance area hosted a candidate forum yesterday evening for mayoral and city treasurer candidates. And tomorrow they'll hold another candidate forum for City Council Districts 1, 3, and 5. Torrance residents have until 15 days before Election Day to register to vote. Registration forms are available in the office of the city clerk at Torrance City Hall, all Torrance libraries, and other government offices. Voters can also register online at registertovote.ca.gov. And for more information about all things election related, go to torranceca.gov/election. The candidate forum can be viewed on the city's public access cable channel, available to Torrance residents on Spectrum Cable Channel 28 and Frontier Fios Channel 36. The 21st Annual Senior Arts and Crafts Fair is back this weekend. Seniors who love arts and crafts will bring their latest creations to the Ken Miller Recreation Center on Saturday, May 7th from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The address is 3341 Torrance Boulevard. Community members and visitors are invited to drop by and support our seniors and purchase one-of-a-kind gifts for Mother's Day, graduation, and Father's Day. There will also be card making, packaged snacks, and music. Just remember, masks are required for this event. The Pacific Vision Youth Symphony is coming to Torrance this weekend. The young musicians can perform a variety of musical genres from classic to jazz. They represent 29 schools throughout Southern California and encourages growth through musical performance. They will perform this Saturday, May 7th from 8 to 10 p.m. at the James Armstrong Theater. For more information, you can call the theater ticket office at 310-781-7171. Well, LA County has seen a 40% spike in COVID-19 cases now. The county reported more than 5,000 new cases over the last 3 days. This is a result of the spread of both the highly contagious BA2 and BA2.12.1 subvariants. In response, the county's public health officials are encouraging employers to take steps to protect their employees and their customers with measures such as providing well-fitting masks, improving ventilation, and screening employees for COVID-19 symptoms. During the month of April, there were 42 new outbreaks across non-healthcare, non-residential, and non-educational work sites. The highest number of new outbreaks this month was reported by the information sector, which includes broadcasting, motion picture, and sound recording industries. The manufacturing sector, real estate, and food and beverage store sectors also saw a handful of outbreaks or less last month. And as of Monday, the daily positivity rate was at 1.6%. For those concerned about COVID-19 infections, there are several testing locations right here in Torrance. The Del Amo Fashion Center offers rapid antigen, rapid antibody, and PCR tests daily from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Torrance South Bay YMCA provides PCR testing. To book an appointment, visit heal360.com. And local CVS locations at 4235 Pacific Coast Highway and 1303 Sepulveda Boulevard offer rapid antigen testing. You can make an appointment by going to cvs.com/minuteclinic. A new program launched by California state officials will allow first-time home buyers to borrow a down payment with a 0% interest rate. It's called the Forgivable Equity Builder Loan, and Governor Gavin Newsom says it's a tool to tackle the housing affordability crisis head-on. State officials say this gives first-time home buyers a head start through immediate equity. According to the California Housing Finance Agency, borrowers who stay in their home for 5 years won't have to repay the junior loan. But depending on the time spent in the home, it could vary. The timing couldn't be better for some residents, as the state's median home prices have soared to record levels in more than 2 years. The loan will be available to California residents whose income is less than 80% of the area's median income based on the county where the property is located. LA County residents would need to make no more than $68,880 a year to qualify for the loan. Norman Mineta, a longtime California lawmaker and the first Asian American Secretary of Transportation, has passed away. The former mayor of San Jose has the city's airport named after him, and he was an inspiration to many Asian Americans. Mineta was a first-generation Japanese American who spent years of his childhood at a Japanese internment camp called Heart Mountain in Cody, Wyoming during World War II. He broke racial barriers not only in California, but at the White House, becoming the first Asian American to become a federal cabinet secretary, serving under both Democratic President Bill Clinton and Republican President George W. Bush. Bush awarded Mineta with the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. He said Mineta was a wonderful American story about someone who overcame hardship and prejudice to serve in the U.S. Army, Congress, and the cabinet of 2 presidents. As Secretary of Transportation, Bush said Mineta showed great leadership in helping to prevent further attacks on and after 9/11. Bush added that Mineta has given his country a lifetime of service, and he's given his fellow citizens an example of leadership, devotion to duty, and personal character. I had the privilege of meeting and interviewing Mineta in Dallas, Texas back in 2014. He was truly everything former President Bush described him to be. Someone who was gracious, kind, had a great desire to serve others. Mineta's former chief of staff says the 90-year-old passed away peacefully, surrounded by his family members at his home in Maryland. Condolences to his family. Well, still ahead, it's Wellness Wednesday, and I'll introduce you to a South Bay resident who just helped launch a new call center to help a lot of people in our community to stay healthy. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, looks good. Things were changing so quickly. We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish he felt more at home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
At the end of every episode of Torrance Today, we want to leave you with a positive story from our community that fits the theme for the day. On this Wellness Wednesday, I want to introduce you to a friend of mine from the South Bay who has been working tirelessly to help those in the Filipino community and beyond. Lizelle Tangleo is the president of the Filipino Young Leaders Program and the project director for its caretaker project called Tayo, which helps connect Filipinos with vital and culturally relevant services related to COVID-19 through a virtual help desk. Today, she announced that Tayo will bolster its help desk capabilities by launching a call center to help answer COVID-19 questions from some of our community's most vulnerable members.
COVID-19 is still out there. So to be able to launch a platform that can address some of the technological gaps and barriers to a lot of our most vulnerable community members, especially our seniors, is just so crucial at this time. We really hope that this call center will be a great service to our community and hopefully help people where they need it the most to find trustworthy and reliable information that is relevant to them, that is culturally tailored to them, and that will eventually help them and their family get the services and resources that they need.
Anyone can call the Tayo Help Desk Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. The number is 1-800-899-5090. You can also go to tayohelp.com for more information. This free service is made possible because young professionals from across the U.S. are volunteering their time and getting access to grant funding. They say it's important that no one is left behind just because they don't have access to technology or information delivered in a way that can be easily understood, especially by those in the Filipino community. Well, that's our show for today. Let us know if you have a positive story to tell by emailing us at torrancetoday@torranceca.gov. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here tomorrow with more news from and for our Torrance community. Have a great day.